According to a recent study, meetings have increased in length and frequency over the past 50 years, to the point where executives spend an average of about 23 hours a week in meetings, and that is up from less than 10 hours in the 1960s. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. Let's take a look at how we can make meetings better. You can't get around it. I mean, meetings are a fundamental part of an organization's life. You just can't eliminate all of them. They can sometimes be used as a tool, though, for avoiding responsibility. But meetings can also serve purposes that can't be replaced by technology alone. So when you think about it, meetings really do help build teamwork. They can help you clarify objectives and strengthen that feeling of organizational comfort in ways that emails and video chats really can't do. That's when they work. So here are some things you can do to move more towards the helpful and not to the meetings that waste our time. So first of all, you want to ask yourself, why have a meeting anyway? Oftentimes, the topic that comes up at a meeting can really be resolved by a letter, a memo, a phone call, an email, or hey, how about this? A simple conversation between two people. That's especially true for recurring meetings. Sometimes meetings just take on a life of their own and they just keep going on and on. Ask if you really need to be there. So, our schedule gets so full. We get so busy and we look at all these meetings, and some of them it's very important for us to be there, and some of them really we can live without. In that case, just make it clear that you don't think your presence is going to be terribly helpful in a meeting, and if you can, just kind of beg off. Similarly, think about who really needs to be involved. I'm sure you've been in meetings, and I've been in meetings where there are some people there who say nothing, and then you think about it, well, they're really not, they don't have input to offer in the meeting. So before you schedule a meeting, think through who really needs to be there. Remember that small groups can align more quickly to drive a decision than big groups, by the way. And relevant information can be shared with the masses later through an email or some sort of a project management update. Next point, is there an agenda? This is like my rule. No agenda, no meeting, in my opinion. Anytime you have a meeting without an agenda, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. If you can't define an agenda beforehand, the meeting probably shouldn't take place. You can also ask, can we do this without a face-to-face meeting? Sometimes a quick online meeting is really all you need. You kind of get the point? Consider how good it will feel if you can cancel a meeting. You might even start a trend. I heard of a company that had a policy for meetings where before you could call a meeting, you had to be able to justify it and that you've considered the alternatives. Now, it worked for that company. It might work for you too. I've got a whole course on the subject. It's called Better Meetings That Won't Waste Your Time. It'll show you important fundamentals to either manage a meeting or participate in more productive sessions. If you struggle with meetings at the place you work at, the course will certainly help you. Check it out at daveedwardsmedia.com/meetings.